Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Dan. It is nice to see you guys. Only two folks leaving me comments right now, and both from different states. How cool that is. Good morning, Shauna. Nice to see you too. Well, that just brings it up to 3 states now, doesn't it? Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. It was man, I had a very good night's sleep last night. I hope you did as well. And it is time to wake up and to conquer this day and to really put our name on it. And one of the first things that we're going to do as we put our name on today is, first of all, really affirm some good stuff that's going on in our lives. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to do the same thing we do every day. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck, ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and then we're going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. Those powerful words, those I am, that present form of being that we can really embody. And as we do that, we are setting ourselves up for having an amazing day. We are setting ourselves up to notice when we are, when good stuff happens to us. We are setting ourselves up to recognize our own internal positive characteristics and also the qualities of the people around us that are good for us. So let's have some fun today, and let's pull a card and say that today I am energetic. I am energetic. My vitality inspires rapid action. So I am energetic. My vitality inspires rapid action. Are you energetic? You are energetic. Your vitality inspires rapid action. Good morning, Jan. Nice to see you here today. Oh, a nice energetic crew that I have here. I am going to write that down in the comments. That I am energetic and that my vitality inspires rapid action. And the fact is that when I was a kid, when I was in like maybe second grade, I want to say maybe second grade, my teachers told me about this concept and they called it matter. And they said matter is something that has weight and takes up space. And they talked about how matter is something that that you can feel, that you can touch. Like this pen right here. This pen is matter. This pen is matter because it has weight and takes up space. And I just figured that this was how it was. And the lesson my teachers were trying to teach me when I was in second grade or so is that matter, which is things that are real, are different. Is a different thing than things like energy. That energy is something that we can't necessarily feel. It doesn't necessarily take up space, but it is nonetheless real. Like things like feelings are energy, but things like this pen right here, this is matter. Well, as I got to be older, I started to read philosophy and stuff, and realized that my teacher's view of the world in second grade was not actually the way that most thinkers think. Most people who've thought about it for any length of time and who have a good grasp of history actually understand that there was a schism between religion and science back in the early days of the Renaissance, back in the Enlightenment, where the scientific method started to supplant religious thought. And there became this that whole concept of matter actually came out. It was born of that. Previous to that, everybody believed that, or the common belief amongst people who were educated and had thought about it was that everything is energy and that there's no such thing as matter. The word hadn't even been invented. The word hadn't even been invented until about the late 1600s, early 1700s. And that was very curious to me when I started to read this, because there are still a group of people who don't believe that matter is real, who don't believe that this pen right here, that it might have space or take up space and have weight the way that and be quantifiable. But there's a lot of people who don't actually believe that's real. And Man, that got me thinking about, what is matter, what is energetic, and what is energy. And when I thought about it, I recognized that our energy is simply the motivational force behind whatever it is we do. In the end, it doesn't matter whether or not the pen is real. It doesn't matter whether or not there's any difference between things that we can quantify using numbers, aka matter, and things that we can't quantify using numbers, aka the way that we feel. Ultimately, there is a way that we choose to present and a way that we don't present. And as we present ourselves in the world, the energy that we put into things, it basically is what defines our lives. The way that the the way that we put energy into the stuff that we do. I'm putting energy right now into making this. It's defining my life. You're putting energy into listening to this. It's defining yours. Does it matter if we can quantify it with a number or not? Of course not. But what does matter is that we are putting our life force into it, that we are choosing to take the limited amount of time that we have on this planet, and that we are choosing to use that to build ourselves up, to build the people around us up. And that is what makes us vital. That is what inspires other people around us to also act, to also react, and to respond to whatever energy it is that we put out. So I am energetic today. You are energetic too. And being energetic is not necessarily about moving things around quickly in the physical realm. Being energetic is about the energy that we embody as we do that stuff. And so our vitality comes from the amount of feeling that we put into things, the amount of heart that we put into them. The energy that we put into things is what we get out of them as well, because what we put out into the world multiplies. It comes back to us. We cast our bread on the waters, and when we after many days, it comes back to us. And so, in the same way that an investor puts their energy, puts their resources into something with the expectation of a return, so too do we expect a return from the energy that we put out into the world. So I am energetic today. You are energetic too. And when I do a survey of my friends, I recognize that each and every one of us is putting significant energy out into the world, into the ways that we would like the world to be, to remake it in our own image, to remake it in accordance with our beliefs as to what should be, what should happen. Our vitality inspires rapid action, because when we truly put ourselves, when we put our all into the things that are most important to us, it inspires other people. Other people can't help but want to help us, because they recognize that there is something good happening. So I am energetic today. You are energetic too. And our vitality together inspires change. It inspires the world to be a different place. And that energy is a beautiful thing. I think one of our responsibilities as adults is to make sure that the actions that we are taking are good for us and are good for the people around us. That the actions that we're taking are congruent with our beliefs, that they are supportive of the things that we desire to accomplish, that we think are most important, that us through our life experiences have decided to really enlarge, to make bigger, to expand upon ultimately. So, going back to that philosophical debate as to whether or not the pen is real, the people who say that the pen is a real thing, that physicality is the only thing, that there is no such thing as a spiritual life or a spiritual world, those people live um, only for the time that those people make decisions and choices that are bounded, that are time bounded only by the time that they personally expect to be alive. I talk with folks like that quite regularly, and it's interesting just to listen to their own thought paradigms and how they're very interested in creating they're very interested in creating uh, a very rapid manifestation of what they want right now, because they recognize that, well, one day they won't be around, and so eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. And I've noticed that the folks who believe that they are inherently energy, that there is a part of them that is eternal, that they always were and always will be, those people behave and act in the world from a sense of eternity, from a sense of, well, I always was and I always will be. So why not expand in the ways that I believe are most important? Am I not the most wise, the most educated, the most experienced person that I've ever been? Of course I am. And since I am, it is incumbent upon me to recognize that and to always put forth into the world more of the good that I have experienced from others. I had a business meeting yesterday, and the guy was talking about money stuff because it was a business meeting. And I had to stop him there. I said, "Listen, man, I recognize that money stuff is important. That you are offering me an opportunity, and that opportunity comes with money." I said, "But don't focus on it, because the money that you're offering me is the icing on the cake." I said, "You need to be focusing on the cake. For me, the cake is the things that I can accomplish through what you are offering. So let's focus on that. I don't care about what your comp plan is. I don't really care about that. That stuff always comes, and it's always come for me, it's always come in incredible quantities. But what I care about most importantly, and is what is it that this arrangement can do in order to further my goals, in order to further the messages that I'm putting out there, in order to further in order to assist myself and the people that I love in really accomplishing the goals that are most important to us. And to his credit, the person that I was having a meeting with immediately stopped talking about the thing that I cared less about and started talking about the thing that I cared more about and reframed. And he said, I don't really talk to people like that very often. And I said, I understand that. I know that I'm a bit of a peculiar person, but it's important for you to just recognize what's important to me and then expand it in that way. So I am energetic today. You are energetic too. We are energy in motion. So let us live. Let us live through the energy that we put out there into the world. And as we do, we are inspiring rapid action amongst the people who are around us, doing the stuff that's important to us. And what is important to us? What is more important than love? What is more important than loving the people around us, than caring about the people around us, than helping the people around us to be the best versions of themselves, to believing in them in the same way that somebody believed in me? Somebody believed in me to create this guy, just like somebody's believed in you to create the person that you are today. We rise to the level of the expectations that others have for us. And so let's expect the best out of the people around us and not the worst. Let's expect the most awesome out of them. Let's expect that their energy and our energy can be aligned and can compound and can produce a return of 10 or 100 or 1,000 times what was put into it. It does not matter. It does not matter what this world has to say about what we can or cannot do. The fact is that we rise to the level of others' expectations of ourselves, but most importantly, we rise to the level of our expectations of ourselves. And so let's raise our own expectations of who we are. Let's recognize that we are unique, that we are powerful, that we can do anything that we choose, that we can be anything that we choose, that the sun has risen on a new day today, and that we are here to take advantage of it, that we are fortunate to have woken up, that for today we have another day on top of the earth, on this side of the ground, and that we can do anything that we desire to, that we put our mind to, and that our minds are incredibly powerful creation machines. We are energetic beings. Our vitality inspires rapid action. And the sooner that we realize that, the sooner that we will cast off the rules that we have put on ourselves, the limitations that we've placed on ourselves, where something didn't happen the way that we wanted to in the past, and in our brains we said, well, that'll never work because it didn't work the first time. Well, my friends, nothing ever works the first time the way that we think it does, the way that we think that it should. So let's do it a second time, and a third, and a fourth. And by the time we've done it 1,000th time, boy, are we getting good at it. We are energetic people. Our vitality inspires rapid action. Our vitality inspires change. And so today, this card is our permission slip to be new, to do new things, to do amazing things, to step outside of what we think we can accomplish, and simply be, and simply allow life to show us how powerful we truly are. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for always coming by to the wake up call. I see a lot of people came by today. So just want to say a good morning again to Lauren and Dan and Shauna. Janet came by. Good morning, Janet. And good morning. Let's see here. Good morning, Jeffrey. It's a good to see you, Jeffrey. I haven't seen you in a little while, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see you here. Oh yeah, blaming Jen. But let me tell you, your body is doing very, very well for having her killing you in the gym. She's giving you life in the gym, and we both know it. Let's see here. Good morning good morning, Armando. You are an energetic person, always not just energetic, but very powerful energy. Hey, it's Jen. Good morning, Jen. It's so nice to see you too. Wonderful to see you live and in person, but always great to catch you on the wake up call too. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you here, Tammy. Yeah. So we are energetic people. I look at this group of folks who have commented, who are currently watching, and I recognize that you guys have amazing energy. I'm sure you know that, or I'm sure you've experienced like going into a place and the energy is weird, or going into a place and or maybe there are people that you don't like to hang out with because they just don't make you feel great. But there are other people that you love to hang out with because they do make you feel great. Well, why don't we be that second kind of person? Why don't we make the people around us feel amazing? And then the more that they hang around with us and the more that we hang around with them, the more opportunity we will have to manifest our will in this world. My friends, thank you so much for being here. I will return tomorrow with another wake up call. Tomorrow is going to be Thursday, or actually Wednesday or Friday. I don't even remember. But anyway, tomorrow is going to be Friday or Friday, and what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to obviously pull a card, but then after that we're going to go through the cards for the week, and we're going to see where the journey of this week took us. And as we look back at the important things that happened, let's understand that that our dialogue about ourselves, our internal monologue, had an incredibly powerful and potent effect on what happened. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, this is my reminder to you that you are important, that I love you, that I care about you, that I think you're amazing, that I believe all these things that I say about you. Can I see the evidence in your life? Even if perhaps you don't always see it, I do. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, my beautiful friends, aloha from paradise.